Welcome back to Low Expectations in Public Education. As you can see, the title of this one is Where's the Money? Before we get into that, though, we're going to go ahead and just take a look at our full request. We're going to consider our first one. Remember, there's more to come. Complete. We didn't get all of the documentation we're looking for. We're just going to assume it either doesn't exist or they just aren't going to give it to us. So over on the left-hand side, the one thing I wanted to point out about their own internal policies around freedom of access is if you look in this paragraph down here, it says where the superintendent will have 10 working days following the request to provide the documentation. If you remember, our request went in November 27th, 2017, picked up the final batch August 7th. That's 259 days after the first request, 249 days after the 10-day time frame. But they have put in a new procedure because of the confidential information that they did release before. So you can see down here, this is what you do when you go to pick up the information now. You have to give them your name, sign, provide them some sort of ID with a number and what have you, so they know exactly who picked it up. Unfortunately, with this last batch, once again, they did provide us confidential banking information. So apparently, not much change in our controls. So here, why am I talking about where's the money? Well, as you can see here on this side of the house, back December 15th, 2014, they point out cash management opportunities specific to Hamden Academy Athletics, student funding and how that can impact materially impact the financial statements of which are used in the audit. And then December 17th, 2015, almost verbatim, the exact same opportunity. So no change between those 2 years. If you recall, June of 2016, I first raised my concerns over the financial management of our district. So it's over 2 years later now. Well, let's look at some of the examples. Well, one, why do I say where's the money? If you look at this one here, we add up the 30 students, the 45 adults. 45 adults equals 180. We start off with $600. 180 plus 600 equals the 780 down here. You minus 40 for the ball boys and girls, plus a startup. So you take your 780 minus 640, get a deposit of 140. Now remember, look, none of this $30 is never into it because in actuality this should be 810, this should be 170, but what's $30, right? Now if you look at what was deposited in the bank, 140, what's the receipt from the bank say? 140. So what happened to the $30? Where is the money? Now let's look at another example of a different type of where's the money. So back in January 2nd, 2016, our boys basketball team during an undefeated season played Brewer in a much hyped game. And as you can see here, it's boys basketball versus Brewer. Later in our subsequent follow-up, it's determined that this is for both games, girls and boys. So this is the total attendance for both games, girls and boys against Brewer. So we had 301 tickets for the students, 341 for the adults, total 642 people in our gymnasium. So when you look at it, you can do the math if you want, and you can see it came to $1,665. Here's the deposit slip and receipt. But if we actually go and take a look at the Bangor Daily News reporting on this story, and you look at some of the pictures in the background, which I'll show you right here, we have a lot of people in the stands. Look at all the people over here. It looks like it's pretty well packed. You get standing room over here. It's packed over here. It's packed over here. And so then when you go to the article, it talks about in the second paragraph, which is kind of interesting. You can see I have highlighted here, more than 1,100 fans. So 642 official attendance, over 1,100. Now, if you look at our actual gymnasium and you count the seats, you'll see 1,269 plus or minus a couple. There may be a couple interesting things there. You can see I've highlighted here as I've been tracking the gate receipts. So 642. If you take 1,100, that'd leave 458 people unaccounted for at $2.59 average ticket, $1,187. Where is it? I don't know. Maybe pre-sale or what have you, but there's no documentation of it. Where is it? If you actually look at 1,269, it gets a little bit worse. 627 people unaccounted for 1,623, so almost half again the amount that was reported. Once again, I'm not sure what's going on, but where's the money? Maybe someone from our athletic committee or finance committee could let us know. But once again, just want to let everybody know how things are going. And we're going to keep this one short. And thanks for joining. And we will be back with our next installment shortly. Thanks.